That was great.
Yeah, I just missed it. We had a really good conversation with Brandon.
About misogynistic stuff, undertones, medical school debt, school debt. It was a lot going on.
It was a lot going on.
It was a lot going
on. It was really
on.
good. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just really proved that I should be a lawyer.
Oh.
I really think I would be a dope ass lawyer.
You keep saying this. You really want to be a lawyer, sis?
I wouldn't mind being a lawyer. If I find a grant that would pay for my my medical school, my law school, so I don't have debt. I think I'd be okay.
Yeah.
But Brandon said that I would definitely have to go through bias training.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That would be hard. That would be hard.
You know what? I'm gonna save it for what I can wrap my head around.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess we could go ahead and get into the show now. Yes. So. Hey guys.
Hey everyone.
What is happening?
What's goody?
Episode 4. It sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's go with it.
Yeah, I like it.
Episode 4 in the building. I'm your girl Sierra T.
And I'm your girl Sherelle B.
And this is Headwraps and Lipsticks, the podcast.
Where we wrap the culture up in color.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. So today we taking it kind of easy. Like we ain't doing too much today.
But I feel like some of the topics are heavy.
For sure. We're getting into the nitty and the gritty.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah.
For sure, you're right on.
So I think a lot of good conversations about to happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Really
absolutely. This might be a really clippable show.
For sure.
Okay, sis.
Okay.
What can't you wrap your head around?
Okay. All right. So on Netflix, I'm watching the I Am a Stalker series. Very interesting.
I am a stalker.
It's a docuseries that basically talks to inmates who have been convicted of stalking in numerous states, and they tell their story as well as their victims. So you get to see the victim's point of view as well as the stalker's point of view.
Oh,
very interesting. And so come to find out, stalking is very hard to like charge someone on, because anybody can be like, oh, he sent me 200 text messages. Like, okay, and that doesn't, you're not hurting anybody. However, one of these cases,
oh my God.
One of these cases, the stalker actually assaulted one of his victim's family members, right? So much that he even left evidence at the scene. He left handcuffs, he left a taser, he left duct tape, as well as a detailed note of exactly what he was about to do and where he was going to end up, which was Mexico. Where did they find him? At the Mexican border, right?
What?
Then this man all the evidence was there, had the nerve to plead not guilty. And here's what I can't wrap my head around.
Okay.
I can't wrap my head around the fact that certain cases even go to trial. I'm not wasting my time here.
Right.
I know that's part of the Constitution, and you have the right to remain silent, all that other stuff.
Innocent until proven guilty.
But I personally feel like certain cases, why what are we doing here? Like, this is a 10-minute case. The evidence is there. You did it. Why are we wasting our time? I always think about Dylan Roof. Why are we going to trial with this? This man slaughtered 9 people, walked into a church, and was the only one that walked out. What do we need a trial for? So I personally feel like when the evidence is there, all that stuff is just like, how are you defending that? Like, so you didn't go there to assault them? No, I did.
I'm sorry, that's not funny.
But no, seriously, he had a detailed note of exactly what he was going to do. He was going to handcuff the parents when she did. Then he was going to use a taser gun to assault them. Then he was going to go kidnap his victim's daughter, her daughter, and then the victim, and they was going to run off to Mexico and live happily ever after, because that's how he thought he was going to get her attention. So what are we going to trial for? So he got 45 years in prison.
Good. But though, even still, there would still be somebody out there like defending him and saying, well, because there are so many loopholes in the justice system.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
which is also another.
I agree with you, but I literally was like watching it, and I was like, and then had the nerve to plead not guilty.
I mean, because he probably thought he wasn't guilty, though.
But you was. And then, like I said, you literally wrote in your handwriting what you was going to do. Mm-hmm. You left the receipt. You can even be like, well, we don't know if he bought it. No. The receipt's in the bag with the stuff that he purchased with the last 4 digits of his debit card.
Damn.
You get what I'm saying? This dummy, he didn't even pay in cash. Like, you feel me? Like, so why are we wasting our time here? That's just how I feel. I can't wrap my head around it. I just feel like the Constitution needs to be rewritten every 100 years or so.
Damn.
Because, I mean...
Could you imagine the
uproar? I know.
Although, I mean...
Well, last week we talked about... Oh, not last week. The week before that, we talked about a state that literally wanted to go back to the 1860s over abortion rights. So, you know...
Christ.
But that's what I can't wrap my head around. So if I become a psychiatrist and or a lawyer... Don't be shocked, because these things are interesting to me.
Real.
So, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Like,
but yeah,
I would literally call it like, are you dead ass practices? Are you dead ass law?
I actually won't allow it.
That would be the name of mine.
No.
Like, are you dead ass?
No.
Like, I'm not
sorry.
doing this with you.
I will not allow it, though.
Because, like, defense is, like...
No, I'm cool with you being a lawyer. I'm not allowing you to name it that.
What?
No. Absolutely not.
Well, I'll think about some other one.
Yeah. Thank you.
What about you, sis? What you get?
You, damn it, with this highly unserious law practice name.
I know, right? Who take me seriously?
Oh my God. Okay, so for me, it's very simple. If you are about 45 or younger and you smoke cigarettes, what the hell are you doing?
Wait a minute.
How did we get here? Let me tell you why I'm upset.
Okay.
So at my job today, we got like people visiting in the office or whatever. And so, you know, apparently there's people who still smoke cigarettes today. Anyway, they was smoking in the wrong area. And so I'm going into the office. And now I got to walk through this cancer stick smoke cloud to get into the office because you 27 and got a nicotine addiction. I hate it. And I just really feel like if you are 45 and younger and you smoke cigarettes, like you're a loser for real.
Damn.
Like how did that happen?
Kind of agree.
You know, like...
No offense to any of our listeners that may smoke cigarettes.
No, you should be offended. I'm offending you.
I was trying to. I was really.
I'm offending you.
I was really trying
Big
to.
L. Hey, loser.
Damn.
Put them cigarettes down.
I'm the one. Like,
no.
I'll give you a little L. Lowercase L.
You getting big L's from me.
Damn.
Why? Because why would you be smoking?
I feel that.
Because it's like, how? Like.
I feel that.
You know, like, how did you get there?
First of all, cigarettes are too damn expensive to be smoking it in the first place. Like, that's a lot.
That's a good reason to quit.
Like, honestly, like, that's too much. No.
Like, how? What do you mean you're a millennial and you smoke cigarettes? We saw the Camel ad.
Yeah, why are you?
We did the Dare ad. Like.
Yeah, no, for real. I agree.
Like I remember the guy with the voice box on it. Remember the
commercial still come on. Like,
does it really?
Oh my God, there's mad people that like, you know, he lost half his jaw and shit. Like, you know, like, come on, that's you.
I saw a video of a lady on TikTok who said she had like a thing going through her nose, and she said she had gotten it because she had snorted too much cocaine. And it was like, y'all, it was like a tube or something going through her face.
Yo.
And I was like, y'all have got to stop doing these drugs.
Me and Simone had a conversation about, because I also was watching the stalker thing. Mm-hmm. And one of the stalkers was high on meth. And I'm like, time out. Out of all the drugs, did you not watch Breaking Bad? I mean, I don't understand.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that is a bunch of chemicals, acid that makes meth. Like, I don't understand. Like, if you got to wear a whole protective suit just to make a drug, we got a problem.
So my TikTok can get real morbid. And so there's this in Pennsylvania, it's called Kensington, Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. And it's like we're a place like a lot of people who have gone to rehab, but you still see people out there like doing drugs.
Oh yeah.
And you'll see people like, I guess on they high.
Oh yes.
And they don't. And if you lay down, it messes up your high. So if you see them and they're like standing up so they can keep that high.
I saw them videos.
Like,
yeah, that's just weird.
It's really scary. Like, it's just all that stuff is scary. But
I've seen those videos. They call it like Zombie City because that's what it looks like.
Yeah. But anyway, stop smoking cigarettes.
I don't like Pennsylvania. It's something about the state of Pennsylvania. No, like, hear me out. I feel like Philly should be somewhere else. Like, I just don't think it resonates with Philadelphia. I mean, with Pennsylvania. You like, is this a high thought right now?
Probably. I mean,
but I'm sober.
But yes, because I mean, New York has suburbs too.
Yeah, but I just feel like Philly I don't think it should be in Pennsylvania.
Where would it go?
I haven't.
Where would you put it at, Sherelle?
I haven't gotten that far yet. Maybe Jersey.
No.
Okay.
No. Don't you ever in your life.
I mean, but like Philadelphia and South Jersey are like very close. So like, why not just make it?
First of all, your problem is that you keep trying to compare Jersey and Philly, and that's
no. I just want to put it there.
No.
Jersey already doesn't have a professional sports team, so we can just move the Sixers.
That's a they problem.
I just don't
No.
feel like that city should be in Pennsylvania. Like
no,
because like what else is there outside of like Philly, Hershey Park? Oh, that's right, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is there.
Like what else is there in Pennsylvania? What else is there to do?
You mean besides going to those two cities?
And Hershey Park. Oh, and Dorney Park.
I mean, I guess people could say the same thing for New York.
No, I don't think anybody would say that. There's lots to do everywhere. Starting from the George Washington Bridge all the way to Montauk, Long Island. Like
what's going on in Long Island?
Like lots.
What's going on in Long Island?
Lots of things.
What?
Like bagels, parks.
Sherelle, you can get bagels in the city of
nobody, no. Long Island gets
who's
bagels.
going all the way to Long Island to get bagels?
All the people that work in the city that live on Long Island, because who wants to live in Manhattan? That's going to sink.
Well, first of all, that's y'all problem is that y'all let them white people gentrify y'all neighborhoods.
Listen, honestly, I'm be honest. Where I grew up, the gentrification has missed it. It's like reverse. When we first moved to Baldwin, hella white. Then all of a sudden, and it just kind of stayed that way. Because all the white people was like, you know what, we're going to move to Brooklyn since they're moving out here. And I'm going to be real honest. Like,
but sis, you can't say people was going to Long Island for okay, if I'm a
and the beach, they come to Long Island for the beaches.
If I'm a tourist, do you think I'm coming to Long Island for anything? Unless I know somebody there.
Yes, the beaches. Jones Beach.
Okay.
Bar Beach.
I've never.
You might go to the Hamptons.
Okay, the Hamptons.
Which I've only been once, but I was like 7.
Okay.
Montauk, like, the Point, like Long Island Sound. You got Roosevelt Field. You got Nassau Community College, Hofstra University.
What the university got to do with anything? That's not.
You asked what people would go there for.
That is not a tourist attraction.
Yes, they go to football games and stuff. Oh, Nassau Coliseum. Shout out to Nassau Coliseum.
We got the Poconos in Pennsylvania. I think that's in Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's right.
That's skiing and stuff. People love that shit.
That's true. Okay.
There's lots of things to do in Philadelphia.
The Poconos is not in Philadelphia. See what I'm saying? Like,
it's in Pennsylvania, though.
Right. I'm showing love to Philly. I just don't want it in the state. I don't like the state of Pennsylvania.
But you're not showing love by trying to put it in Jersey, though.
That was.
Actually, I feel like you being real disrespectful.
No, I'm just.
And I'm like, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying?
What
like, we be breaking bread and shit. And you trying to put my hometown in Jersey.
No, I just want to take.
Like, what's good?
I just don't want it there.
I don't want it in Jersey.
It don't have to be in Jersey. We can settle somewhere else. It just don't have to be there. That's just how I feel. I'm sorry. I know I just had a real high moment sober, but that's just how I feel. Like,
I guess so.
I don't like certain cities, and I don't think that they fit in certain states. But we can literally do a segment called High Sober Thoughts.
Oh my God, man!
So you can know what be going on in my head. But
oh my God,
that's that.
Okay. We'll put a pin in that conversation.
Whoo, child. Okay.
It's time for
Bussin' Ballots. All right. So, all right. Oh, wait. I think I hit the wrong one. Sorry.
What states we got?
Okay. So this week we're doing Georgia, Hawaii, Aloha. And Idaho. Okay.
Come on, potatoes.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to start with Georgia. Now, we all know Georgia is a complete-ish show right now. But we're only going to focus on one bill that is actually pretty hilarious in my opinion. So, come to find out, Georgia lawmakers are actually holding out on a bill that will restrict the publication of mugshots. And I'm going to tell you why this is very funny and convenient right now. So, we all know that the Georgia election interference case is going on. Fannie Willis, everything that's happening right now. And apparently Donald Trump's mugshot is the most famous mugshot of all time, correct? That's what they're saying now. That's what they're saying.
How do you even
know? Okay. Yeah,
right.
He's the most famous mugshot. So now with all that happening, now all of a sudden they want to like get a bill that's going to be like, yeah, no, we don't need to publicize any of the mugshots, right?
What?
Yeah. So House Bill 882 would restrict sheriff's offices from posting mugshots until that person has been convicted. Like I said, very convenient, right? If someone has been proven or assumed innocent, they could request their mugshot to be taken down. If the website doesn't comply, they get a $500 fine every day until the photo is deleted. Designated mugshot websites like the Georgia Gazette upload mugshots with little context about the charged crime. After someone pays a fee for them to take it down, they often upload the photo on a different website and ask for more money.
Oh.
Right. So this is what they're now. I mean, so okay. Looking at this from a GOP standpoint, you know, because literally, if you look at the article, all of Trump and his co-defendants, that is the photo for the article, because it's just so convenient that they're doing this now. However, Democratic representatives are looking at it from a different point of view. So let's see. Derek Jackson actually said an 18-year-old committed suicide because they did not get the money to have their mugshot removed, and he could not get a job.
Okay.
So that is, I get where that's coming from.
But then that means you would have to find a way to word that law so that people aren't using it with malicious intent. And that's where we are right now. But there's a pause on the bill. Is that what you're telling me?
There is a pause on the bill.
And that's the Democrats doing?
This is the Republicans doing.
Wow.
Yeah, so we don't know. Like, it does have the signatures of some Republicans, but we're still waiting for some others. So
interesting.
Very interesting. This bill was actually created by Roger Bruce. So it is a Democratic bill. However, Georgia is a very red state. So, you know, we'll see what happens. I thought this was very interesting.
Georgia could be a blue state, but all right, I'm not going to
No, they could be.
They could be, but they
another city that should be in a different state. See what I'm saying?
Actually, I don't agree with that. Georgia's pretty great, give or take a few things politically.
Outside of Atlanta? I'm saying Atlanta doesn't need to be in Georgia no more.
I don't even spend most of my time in Atlanta when I lived down there.
Where'd you spend it at?
Like Gwinnett County.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, Gwinnett County. I heard Gwinnett County's a decent.
There's a lot of stuff to do in Georgia. Georgia's nice.
It's cool.
So I'll give y'all that.
All right.
So interesting though.
So if it doesn't cross over from the House to Senate by February 29th, it has to be reworked from scratch as the legislative 2-year cycle ends this session. So, It looks like his bill may not pass through, but we'll see.
I don't want that to pass.
Yeah, I mean, I think I get where. Go ahead.
If it's being, like I said, if it's being used for, people in political spaces to maneuver it how they want to, I don't like that. But in the terms of the 18-year-old gentleman who you were talking about, that makes more sense. Yeah. So I guess my thing would be wording it properly.
And I also feel like, I understand people that, and I definitely get it from the Democratic lawmakers' point of view about people being limited in jobs, but that's not stopping people from looking them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, your mugshot's not public, but if I Google, Cheryl Burr and you're applying for a job and it comes out that she robbed a liquor store 3 weeks ago, what do you want me to do?
True.
I don't need her mugshot to know that that's what she did because it's public record. So, interesting. Well, now we're going to travel to the other side of the country, to Hawaii. This is a very interesting bill. Okay, so the new bill would ban foreigners from buying land on the island.
We're talking to you, Oprah.
Well,
continue.
Well, Senator Brenton Awa says it would address concerns about the ongoing housing crisis in the state. If you guys know, Hawaii has suffered a lot of loss lately, wildfires, and they're still trying to kind of get back from that. A lot of people lost their homes. And to this lawmaker's point, if people just keep coming over here and buying up land to build lavish vacation homes that they only go to once every 5 years, how are we going to be able to do what we need for the residents who grew up here, who live here, and have made this their home? So,
yeah, they're going through a lot of environmental issues, which I know hurts because that culture over there is very big on like environmentalism and the Mother Earth and all that stuff like that. But also, whatever that was that just went by where Oprah and The Rock was asking people to donate money. Two of the richest people on the planet was asking us
to donate money.
Us brokies to donate money to their little foundation that they had funded or founded or whatever. And it was like are you kidding me? Oprah has like how many acres of land over there?
Girl, I don't know.
The Rock himself, like, open up your purse and donate to the land.
Yeah.
So I love that.
So this is from ABC News. So first, I'm just going to read these two paragraphs. So it says, residents have long complained about the impact of tourism and luxury home and resort development on housing accessibilities, as well as the lack of affordable housing and rentals for residents. Hawaii residents have had some of the highest housing costs in the nation, 2.5 times higher than the national average. So the legislation reads, at the time of purchase, a buyer or real property... Okay, let me start again. At the time of purchase, a buyer of real property or an interest in real property shall provide an affidavit signed under penalty of perjury attesting that the buyer is not a foreign principal. A foreign principal is defined as, in part, as any person who is domiciled in the foreign country and is not a citizen or lawful permanent resident of the United States.
So, wait, a foreign principal is defined as what again?
Any person who is domiciled in a foreign country and is not a citizen or lawful permanent resident of the United States.
So then, actually, Oprah does qualify. Then she can still do that.
I think, yeah, she could, but people from, basically.
The way, this is going to sound bad what I say, but the way that they could fix that would be that people who are not, like, I guess... Citizens, but of Hawaii or like birth. I don't want to use this term in the sense, but birthright citizens of Hawaii. It's like the whole.
Well, no, I agree with you actually, because I feel like, with Hawaii and all the damage that they've had, like, I don't think somebody, to your point, like, we'll use Oprah as an example. Somebody that has an LLC in New York can just, or you know what? I'll use what's the brothers on Sunset, selling Sunset. They just be buying a property. They just started.
Oh, the Oppenheim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, what would stop them from just coming to Hawaii, opening up a whole new Oppenheimer group, and they just buying, building up real estate for people, and the residents of Hawaii can't even afford it.
Yeah. That.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. And
no shade to the Oppenheimer brothers, because we're fans.
Well, we are fans, but I did have feelings about last season when they went to, where did they go?
Cabo,
and they opened up all that. That gave me the ick, as the kids would say.
Really? You didn't like it?
No, I did not like the idea of them taking that to Cabo.
Interesting. Huh.
I felt like it's gentrification in a sense.
I guess I don't know much, because I know a lot of people go to vacation for Cabo, and it's kind of like the nice, affluent part of Mexico. So I guess I was like, oh, that seems on brand. Now them going to Cancun or Tijuana or something like that, I'd be like, but I mean, Cabo.
But it's like,
why?
You niggas not from here.
I feel that.
And that's how I feel about like Hawaii. Like, I'm sure we acquired Hawaii through something illegal. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like, y'all not from here. And you're coming here and you're buying up all this land, and the locals don't have anywhere to live.
Right.
Y'all bringing up the prices. It's like a whole bunch of Americans who are trying to leave America and go to other countries. But when you go there, you're also doing gentrification and messing up the economy in these other countries. I'm talking about people who are actually moving to Mexico and things like that. Yeah. So, I mean...
It's interesting. So apparently Florida actually passed similar legislation. So see, a bill with similar language was passed by and signed by Ron DeSantis, which has partially blocked amid a legal challenge against the state. That bill specifically restricts Chinese buyers who are not citizens or lawful permanent residents from purchasing land in the state of Florida.
So wait, Chinese buyer...
After signing the bill into law, DeSantis stated the law is intended to counteract the The influence of the Chinese Communist Party in the state of Florida. End quote.
Okay.
Listen, Florida, that's your man's, all right?
Okay.
That's your man's.
Wait. Okay. Okay. Fuck. Okay. This reminds me of what Africa is dealing with right now.
Well,
Africa is dealing with a lot of Chinese coming over there, buying land, buying up whatnot, and we're finding that a lot of Africans aren't owning stuff, and I kind of get that law. I kind of get it. Not so much in Florida.
yeah, because like...
What the fuck? Like,
Right.
they been here.
They...
They literally been here.
Right.
But like in Africa,
Right. What is the reason?
I don't like it.
What is the reason? Like, why are you doing that? I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't like it.
I don't know.
Ooh,
But
that was rough.
hopefully this bill will be passed in the state of Hawaii because I think that's important.
But like I said, I think it should be something smaller. Being a resident of the United States,
You think they need to go back to the drawing board in the legislation?
yes, I think it should be like the way how. I don't want to use this comparison, but how Israel is claiming that it's their birthright to take over Palestine, even though it's not. Hawaii it should be definitely a birthright to own land there, and so like.
Yeah, I agree.
Oprah wasn't born there
At all. The Rock? Okay, that's a different situation.
Right? Yeah, sure.
That's a different situation. Well, Senator Awa, if you see this, holla at us. We have some ideas.
We got some ideas, man.
And we can have a session and we can go back to the drawing board and help you.
Do y'all like niggas though?
Wait a minute. You know what? Let's go to so now we're gonna leave.
I've heard some things.
You know what?
My sister was stationed over there in military, and she was telling me some things about that.
My grandmother said the same thing.
Shut up.
She went to Hawaii years ago, and she used to say this when we were young. She'd be like, "Yeah, Hawaii, like they don't like black people in Hawaii," and I'd be like. And as that, see, sometimes grandmas be saying stuff.
Yeah, grandmas be
they have the knowledge, but as, I'm like, Grandma, why wouldn't they like black people? But as time is going on.
Listen, man, anti-blackness is everywhere. Even when you travel.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I've heard some egregious shit about Italy.
Oh, never mind. I'm not even going to get into that because I shouldn't. Never mind. All right. So we're going to go up to Idaho now.
Idaho with the potatoes.
Okay.
Is it a bill about potatoes?
Is not.
Okay.
So they're actually passing a bill that will criminalize sexually explicit artificial intelligent images of real people, right?
Right.
Not so much Taylor Swift no. Let me read. Okay. So they're passing a bill that will make it a crime to share sexually explicit images of real people that were generated by artificial intelligence. So this is House Bill 575. It's a bipartisan bill sponsored by a bunch of different lawmakers. And it would become a crime to disclose sexually explicit AI images or media with the intent to annoy, terrify, threaten, intimidate, harass, offend, humiliate, or degrade an identifiable person portrayed in whole or in part. So Taylor Swift probably would be a big supporter of this. So I don't know if you saw those random sexually egregious pictures of her at some football game or whatever. Granted, she's a real person. So you can't, if that were to happen in Idaho, you're going to jail.
Wow.
Okay. It would also become a crime to threaten It would also become a crime to threaten to disclose sexually explicit AI generated media for the purpose of obtaining, I don't know why I'm struggling with that word, money or something else of value. You know what I wonder?
Yeah.
I wonder how AI is going to affect things like OnlyFans.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
That's a good question.
I mean, I don't have an OnlyFans account. I've never been on the website or anything like that. But if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do.
Sure.
But I'm wondering, with AI being so prominent now, how is that going to affect people? Because anybody can create some type of digital world and make an OnlyFans account by some woman or, a person, whatever they decide to do, and capitalize off it. So I'm wondering how that would happen.
Oh my God, that's
You know what I mean?
That's
I'm
sick,
curious
man.
about that. So
That's sick, man.
if the bill becomes a law, a first violation will be considered a misdemeanor, while a second violation in a 5-year time period would be considered a felony. All right.
Okay.
So
you cannot threaten anyone with AI porn.
annoy. I love the word annoy. Like, you can't even, don't even mention it to me.
Okay, don't get on my nerves with this.
Right, okay. Annoy, terrify, threaten, intimidate, harass, offend, humiliate, or degrade. So Idaho, I'm gonna say Ohio. Idaho is, I think this is a great law, and I do hope that it does get, that it is passed, and I hope it's a domino effect for other states, because
yeah, that should be a nationwide thing.
Sure. That needs to. I think that should be, instead of like policing women's bodies and DEI and affirmative action, why don't we take that to the Supreme Court?
How about that?
Because that's actually hurting people.
It really is.
Affirmative action and diversity, equity, inclusion is actually helping people. Safe abortions is saving women. But I digress. So yeah. That's that. So shout out to Idaho.
Shout out to you, Idaho, doing your big thing.
I don't know nothing about Idaho.
I don't know. All I know is about the potatoes.
That's it.
That's all I got.
What is in Napoleon Dynamite? I think that's where that movie.
Oh, is that where that was based on?
Yeah, in Idaho. Very.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I love the series that we're doing of Bussin' Ballots, because it really makes you pay attention to states that you wouldn't even, I would never think that Idaho would be the one to, you know what I'm saying?
Not they leading the charge on AI porn.
Facts.
Good for you, Idaho.
Like, that's giving more of like a Vegas thing or Nevada thing. Like, I
don't know. I feel like
sex capital of the world type situation.
That's why I feel like they will. Yes and no.
Because think about it. Nevada is a big sex state. You know what I'm saying? So now you got artificial intelligence. You taking away work from all the sex workers out there.
Oh, can't wait till we get to that state. I wonder if they have something like that. Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So.
Okay.
That's just what we, Very interesting, Idaho.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, Idaho.
That's it for Bussin' Ballots, y'all.
Yay.
That's it for Bussin' Ballots. You guys do know that a lot of primaries are coming up on March 5th.
I need to get my early voting done.
Same.
Yes.
Please make sure that you know who you're voting for in the primary. It's very, very important. So you already know where to go.
Ballotpedia.org.
Ballotpedia.org.
We tell it all the time.
Please.
We're begging you.
There's still time there's definitely time to still vote. Get your early voting in. But that March 5th primary, I know California has a March 14th primary. There's a lot of different dates. So regardless of what state you're in, please check and see what your primary is and pay attention and get out there and vote, please.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay? All right. Because if you don't, we might have this next man back in the fucking office.
My God.
Okay. So.
Oh my God.
I'm going to pull up the clips. If you didn't know, Trump has been going through a whole, he was at SneakerCon in Philadelphia, and he's been doing a bunch of campaigning. So first, when he was at SneakerCon, he launched a brand new gold sneaker.
Yes.
$400. And apparently on Fox News, they thought that was really going to be the key to getting the black vote. And one political analyst really came under gun for it, and I just want you to hear what he said if you guys haven't heard it.
Even the sneaker thing. I was on social media last night. Very interesting. As you see black support eroding from Joe Biden, this is connecting with black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics. And Trump understands culture like no politician I've ever seen.
Question for you on that point, though.
Yeah.
Will the people that are excited about the sneakers and excited about Donald Trump, will that translate into them going out and voting for Donald Trump?
Well, anybody willing to put $400 down for a pair of sneakers? Yeah, I think that's commitment and love.
It's something. You're right.
It's something. It's affection.
Yes. So that was the first thing, right? So, and now come to find out, these gold ugly ass sneakers are already sold out. They come in like this big box that said, big black box that say Trump family and friends. Oh, and if you get the family and friends edition, they come signed by Trump. But, you know, you heard what he said. Inner city, you know, that's what's going to get, ooh, Trump got a sneaker line. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go vote for him, right? Okay. So now Donald Trump was at some rally. You know, they're still doing rallies for him.
For whatever reason.
And he has another ideology on why black people are going to vote for him. Listen to this.
And then I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing. But
because he's a criminal, black people are going to vote for him now.
Okay. Oh my God. I've got things to say.
Go ahead, girl. Arm hurt. Sorry.
I don't even, because I know sometimes I come off as a misandrist, right? I'm well aware of that.
What does that mean?
It's basically someone, like, it's like misogyny, but for women. A misandry.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Oh, well, I'm definitely. So a feminist.
In a sense. But a misandrist is somebody like who really hates men. And I don't hate men.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, don't let Brandon hear that term. Because we will debate about that.
Misandrist.
Child.
But I don't hate men, but I want to hold men accountable.
Okay.
And in this instance, I want to talk about black men.
Ooh.
Because
Damn.
The Republican Party is doing this thing now where they are specifically garnering their campaign towards black men because they feel like they can get more of your votes. And they're trying everything in their powers. They're starting with sneakers. Sneakers. And I bet you they sent a pair to Killer Mike because he's the master coon. And they're doing everything in their power to get black men to turn over their votes because they know that black women aren't going to do it, right?
Right. Yeah. Forget about it.
And I want black men to seriously take a second, okay? I know that there can sometimes be contentious relationships between us in the community, but I need you to pay attention because they're going to do all of this and you will still be a nigga at the end of the day.
Ooh.
They will not acknowledge you. They will say, thanks for your vote, nigga. Get your ass on over there.
Literally.
And be done with it. They will literally wash their hands of you. Ask Chrisette Michelle.
Girl.
You know? Ask Chrisette Michelle.
And that's why it's so amazing. I mean, Trump literally made his short list of who his running mate would be. And there's numerous people on that list, including Vivek, Ron DeSantis, but one of his top running mates is Tim Scott, who, when he made this announcement, was in the audience looking like Trump's wife, sitting there so proud, like, wow, look at my hero up there. And then also Byron Donalds, who is a Republican Florida lawmaker. Like, why do you think, first of all, y'all would never, ever be considered if Kamala Harris wasn't already in the White House, if we're going to talk about that first, okay? But if you think for 1 second that Trump is going to take you seriously other than you getting this position for affirmative action.
Oh, my.
Okay.
But wait, affirmative action doesn't exist anymore. And your Asian buddies can ask you about that.
Right.
God damn.
And of course, Clarence Thomas, who's on the Supreme Court because of affirmative action.
Oh, my God.
He voted against it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I don't understand how people like that, Tim Scott, Byron Donalds, and the rest of these, it's not nothing wrong with being a conservative. That's what you like. That's what you like. But to be a conservative and just be like a slave to Trump and MAGA that's a different type of vibe.
You can be a conservative without being a coon.
Yeah.
And some of you are really selling us down the river with your takes of how
with a noose on.
God damn. What's that despicable character from Django? That
Samuel L. Jackson's character?
Yes, that's who y'all are. That's what y'all look like.
Yeah.
That's what you look like. Like, I don't know. I don't understand, but I really need black men to pay attention. Okay? Because this is the first part, right? First the sneakers. Then it's like, hold on. it's going to start coming from white men. I saw a white man on TikTok to this morning say, why is it that when black women get in positions of power, they think their shit don't stink? They think he said, I mean, sis, it was crazy. I had never seen a video like this before. So I can guarantee that we're going to start seeing white men talk about black women in a disparaging way in order to garner black men as a way to get those votes. I think the play for the political
God.
I think the play, hear me out.
I think you're correct.
I think the play for the political season this year is to get black men who obviously talk and hate black women and get them to all vote for Donald Trump. I think that is the master play for them this year.
I really think that we need to break that down more. I know we don't have time, but
Right.
I think that needs to be, because I agree with you wholeheartedly, because they're seeing the content that y'all are putting. They're seeing the Joe Budden podcast. They're seeing all these black men get on the mic, the Fresh and Fits, and well, they're done now. They're seeing all these content that y'all are putting out about like your hate for black women and how, you know, when we get in certain positions, the Killer Mikes of the world. And I even saw something that, what's his name? What's the other rapper? David Banner said the other day. Like, they're seeing all these things. They're like, well, I mean, if they're thinking this way about, you know, their own women, their own moms and grandmothers and sisters and cousins and daughters, what makes you like, why can't we get them on our side to, you know, get Donald Trump back in office, who we know can't stand women?
They are literally going to use those talking points. That's my prediction for that. So this is why I'm telling you to think with logic and truly honestly believe and think about what they want from you.
Yeah. Because I mean, this whole, like, when I heard that Donald Trump was going to be making an appearance at SneakerCon, I was like, for what? And he got up there and was like, oh, people were booing him. Some people were, you know, trying to drown them out with USA chants or whatever. But he literally got up there and was like, oh, that's what they call y'all sneakerheads. He had no clue why he was there. He probably never even seen these sneakers. But his team, the ones that's really paying attention to what's going on, is like, we know how to get these niggas. Mm-hmm. And then, like, literally, like, they love sneakers. You know, this is why they're gonna vote for him, because sneakers not even cute.
That man said Donald Trump has his finger on the culture. No, he doesn't. He does not. But if y'all keep listening to him, he will.
Yeah, he might be about to touch it, but he ain't touched it yet.
But you keep coming on here. You keep telling us how you hate black women, how this and this and that. Meanwhile, every 4 years, black women have to save our democracy by voting. Again. By the way, is it even a democracy if we still have to keep saving it? But that's a whole nother conversation. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're not being targeted from them.
Right.
Because
we know better.
We seeing through the bullshit. So why aren't y'all? Anyway,
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Yeah, but I really wanted y'all to pay attention to that, because this is twice. So where is he going to be next at? The BET Awards? I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing?
If he's at the BET Awards.
I mean, you know, SneakerCon.
Oh my God.
He's a criminal, you know, like, oh, black people, you know, because, you know, they said I'm being this. And he's laughing about it.
Because they understand what it's like being. If a white man gets on TV and tells you that he can relate to you because he know what it's like to be discriminated against, and you agree, I want you to go to the nearest cliff and I want you to jump off of it. And if you make it out alive, come back up and jump again.
Especially ones that came from money.
Really?
Are you kidding me right now? I mean, but that's what's happening. I mean, look, like we said, affirmative action. Like, y'all let that rich Asian man, y'all let that rich Asian boy.
That's my favorite story this year, y'all.
You get what I'm saying? You let that rich Asian boy.
Even though it affects us, I love.
You got mad. He got mad because he couldn't get into Harvard, and he took that case all the way to the Supreme Court. You said, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. Why are black people only getting into these spaces? Because of, you know, not the fact that they're qualified for it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, while we're here, why don't we attack DEI initiatives? But hey.
And now it's Asians all over my timeline saying, well, I don't understand why. No, we told you.
Right. So deal with it.
I keep telling y'all, I've been saying this for seasons now. You are still a nigga.
Right.
Even if you're not black. They will remind your ass.
Who you are.
Who you are.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't you get it? You got my Asian homeboy. He got way too comfortable hanging around white people. Now get your ass in the fucking back of the line.
Right. Right. Right.
The jokes write themselves.
Literally.
Okay.
So that's that with that. Now we got to go to Texas. So if you guys have not been following, there's been a major case that's been going on since August of 2013. A high school student by the name of Daryl George was suspended for the length of his hair. He has dreadlocks and was suspended for the length of his hair. And his family filed a lawsuit saying that the state of Texas violated the Crown Act. Y'all know what the Crown Act is?
Yes.
The Crown Act was literally put in place so that essentially, so black women would not be discriminated against because of their hairstyle, protective styles. And then it expanded to men. However, in this lawsuit, unfortunately, Daryl George lost the lawsuit as the judge said that they did not violate the Crown Act because the Crown Act does not talk about length. It does not specify length. Okay?
That's some sick shit, man.
I'm going to read this.
Sick.
Okay?
Sick.
I am going to read this. Hold on one second. Yep. So now the Crown Act was literally passed in September of 2023 in the state of Texas. But Judge Chap Kane III said the district's policy does not prohibit nor does it discriminate against male students who wear braids, locks, or twists because the law does not mention hair length. Now, the crazy part about this case is that George's lawyer actually bought the co-writer of the Crown Act, and her name is, I'm sorry, let me find it. Where is it? I'm sorry, I wrote this piece, y'all, and I'm just trying to figure out where the. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Representative Ron Reynolds, who's a co-author of the Crown Act. Now, he did testify that hair length was never explicitly mentioned when the act was proposed. However, length was inferred with the very nature of the style. So anyone familiar with braids, locks, twists knows it requires a certain amount of length. So they never really thought that needed to be put in there because obviously if you got locks, they're gonna get long. So why,
I locks are long.
So unfortunately, this young man has spent his majority of his junior year in school suspension or off campus at a disciplinary site, all because his hair is locked up and he refused to cut them.
I know that's right.
Okay, this case just really kind of like pissed me off because the fact that. So here's my thing.
Yeah.
I know there's a bunch of white girls walking around that school with raggedy ass long hair. Does that make them not qualified to get an education? I know that there's, girls in that school with braids. Does that mean they have to cut their braids off in order to sustain education in the state of Texas? Like what is it? Like I felt so bad for this young man. He literally said, and I quote after the case, he said, because somebody asked him if they felt like, a reporter asked him if they felt like this whole case has taken away his childhood. And he said, no doubt about it. It just makes me feel angry, very angry that throughout all these years, throughout the fighting during Black History Month, that all the stuff that we've already done, we have to go through this again and again and again. It's ridiculous and it makes absolutely no sense.
And he's correct. And, as somebody with locks, there's a different type of connection to your hair when you get to your hair when you start growing your locks. It's very much a journey, you know what I'm saying? And so something as frivolous as like, well, it's too long. No.
Yeah.
No. And like, oh, this is so frustrating because the Crown Act is important for several reasons. And I'm sure we've talked about this on the show before about like, showing up to job interviews with certain type of hairstyles.
Right.
I think I don't even remember I told you this, but like my first interview out of college, I had TWA, so I had cut my hair. I was short and I was natural. And my mom was so nervous about me going on this interview, which I was in Atlanta. I wore this wig. She talked me into wearing this wig on the interview. And funny enough, like maybe like a year after, when I'm in the lunchroom with my coworkers and someone's like, do y'all remember that girl who came here for that interview with that goofy ass wig on? That was me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And so like just the idea of showing up as yourself.
Right.
In places of work and school and business and being accepted no matter what.
Yeah.
Hair is the least of your problems. Hair is the least of my problem. Is the least of your problems.
It's really.
So this is really just another thing of suppression and trying to get him to conform, and I don't like it. And especially because he has locks, the whole process behind locks is to not conform. It is the most radical thing you can do with your hair as a black person.
Because my whole thing is like, so if you look at pictures of Daryl George that's been on the news, his hair is always up.
Yeah.
So like what? So like what are you saying here? You're saying just because he has locks,
That's exactly
that's a problem. Because in my case, I feel like they still have a case. Because if my hair is up, what does the length have to do with anything? Because then you're gonna say, oh well, we know that if you take it down. What if I'm starting locks? You don't know how long my shit is.
Yep.
I feel really bad for this kid.
I hate that. I absolutely hate that for that. And I hope he continues to not cut his hair.
No.
You know, and fuck that school, fuck that judge. Have the moms and whoever send him to another school.
Well, and I mean this is the same district where the superintendent actually put out an ad defending the schools. It was giving very much Donald Trump with the Central Park Five. Wow. He put out a whole ad in the Houston Chronicle defending the school's decision to punish Daryl George. Like, so imagine that, like
over some hair.
But the fight's not over, so the family also filed a complaint with the Texas Education Agency and federal civil rights lawsuits against Greg Abbott and the Attorney General, basically saying that they failed to enforce the Crown Act. So like, you know, you just you passed it, but you're not even enforcing it. You know what I'm saying? And so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, listen, y'all need to roll Greg Abbott on out of there, okay? Roll his ass up out of there.
Out.
I don't mean to be discriminatory against handicapped people, but y'all need to roll his ass up out of there. I'm sorry.
Get him out of there.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Ridiculous. But we're with you, George. I'm sorry, Daryl George. We are with you 1,000%.
You can never cut your hair now. Like, you, as a
Ever.
protest, you can never cut your hair
Ever.
now. Ever. You have to continue to grow that shit out for the rest of your life.
Ever.
Even if you got the Stevie Wonder joint going on.
No. See, now once he gets to that level, all right? Once you get to that level,
he can never cut it off now. He can never cut it off. Just keep it. Listen, this is a protest. You just gotta stay with it now. Just can never cut it off. Shout out to Stevie though.
Well, I'll tell you who we really can cut off. Diddy is back in the news.
The Diddler.
With another lawsuit.
And this time it is salacious.
It's very, very, very salacious. So a producer.
I never heard of this man before.
I have heard of him a few times. Like nothing, you know. Oh wow.
I've got something to say about him.
Okay. Diddy's back in the news. Apparently he is being accused of I thought I had saved it. He's being accused of sexual assault, sexual grooming by a male producer.
Lil Rod is his name.
Lil Rod. And it's not looking good.
And there are so many. Apparently you have to have an account to read the full court documents. Yeah, girl, account with Pacer or something like that.
What is that?
Yeah, to read I don't know. But he's like, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s on the list.
Cuba Gooding Jr. So apparently there was a screen grab of this producer said that Diddy forced him to watch a sex tape of Stevie J having sex with another man. But there's been some type of adult porn star that came out and said, like, no, that's actually not Stevie J, that's me in the tape. So he was like, yeah, I was at Diddy's party. Like, who said?
Oh, did I send you the video of Lecrae saying that he was at the video? Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. Casey sent this to me today. Hold on. I mean, y'all, there are so many people. Meek Mill, I've heard, was in this lawsuit. Like, he was named in this lawsuit. I heard Chris Brown was also named in the lawsuit as well. Don't look at me like that. I'm just telling you what I heard. Hold on. Let me show you this. Let me find this video so I can send it to you.
My gosh.
All right.
Yeah, this is the porn star that claims
that's supposed to be Stevie J?
No, he's no. So they said it was Stevie J, but he's saying no, it was me.
He don't look nothing like Stevie J.
Yeah, I don't know who said that.
Who the hell said that?
I don't know.
Who said that?
Hey, have you guys heard of Lecrae? I just came across him on YouTube, and for some weird reason, he's trending on YouTube because he said that he attended Diddy's parties. He said that he was compelled to speak up because if he didn't, he would look like he was hiding something. And then that if he spoke up, he would be compelled to condemn what goes on at Diddy's parties. He also went on to say he wasn't pressured into doing anything, that if something was going left, they would tell him, go right. Let me roll the clip.
All right. I wasn't even going to say nothing about this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I've been to a couple Diddy parties. Now, I'm risking a lot by saying this because I know as soon as I say that, all the assumptions are going to come in and if I don't say evil things were taking place, then I'm covering for them. And if I do say evil things were taking place, then I'm one of them ones like, yeah, Lecrae, expose it. You know what I'm saying? And I've been to lots of parties. I've been to Jamie Foxx. I've been with Snoop, T.I. Like, I've been to lots of places. Here's what I'll say. There are people who will test you. There are people who will see how far your limits are. And if you're willing to take a step, then they'll take two. I, in my personal experience, never saw anything where someone was like, you can't move any further unless you do X, Y, or Z. But what I did see was if you do X, Y, or Z, well, keep coming. Because and that's how we all are. It's Psalm 1, right? It says, blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, who does not stand.
See, that's what I don't like. Mm-hmm. Don't bring scripture into this. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Don't bring scripture into this. Like, I know of Lecrae. I've heard his name. I don't really listen to his music. I'm a little bit more of a traditional gospel listener too.
Yeah.
But I don't like this. Don't sit here and quote scripture, but then sit here and talk about the shit that you have seen, and you was there.
Oh wait, it gets. You want me to keep going?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Here we go.
In the way of sinners who does not sit in the seat of mockers, you start walking. They gonna walk with you, and now you find yourself standing. They like, oh, you stand? Well, if you stand, come sit. Now, next thing you know, you're sitting. And so it was never a situation where I felt forced to sit. It was a situations where I was asked, do you stand? Do you stand? And I'm like, I don't stand. Oh, okay, cool. And then I was left alone. It's like, oh, he's not about that life. He's not with it. I'm leaving him alone. And this is what I'll say. And I won't say whose party I was at or what party, but this is a crazy situation, right? I was at one of these parties, and for me, I'll be honest, it was a mix of work, because this is oftentimes where you go to connect with people, where you go to meet people. And I have met people here, and I have built bonds, and they have said, I have met actors and celebrities who said, man, thank you for being here. I needed your presence here. You're the reason why I know God is walking with me. And we've had conversations since where they're like, man, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Because how you going to be a light if you never in the dark? Now, if you cannot handle being in the dark, stay up out of certain places, right? Don't play tug of war by yourself. I never went to these events by myself. I was always with people who were walking in the light, and we always had a mission. It was never just to go in there and wild out and be stupid. But the other side of the coin is, yes, if I'm a human, so I'm frail. I'm gonna be honest with you. There was moments for me of like, oh my gosh, I'm here. I'm part of the crew. Like, look at me. Yes, I struggle with acceptance and wanting to be associated with greatness. And I got caught up in some of that nonsense internally, right? But you would have never known that. What I will say is at one particular party, lots of big names, there was an artist there who said, hey, Lecrae, around 1 a.m., make sure you're not here. And I was like, what? You just don't want to be here at 1 in the morning. And I was like, Now, my pride kicked in like, yo, you don't know me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can handle myself. Like, I'm not some little church boy who ain't never seen nothing. Like, I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what you talking about? Well, it's probably 12:30. I'm downstairs. I go downstairs to the studio. I come up out the studio. And I'm headed back upstairs to like the main area where everyone's kind of congregating and hanging out. And the music changed. It was like really hard and heavy at first. And then, you know, like jam and dancing music. And it was a little softer. You know, it was a little more sensual when I came out the studio and started going upstairs. And on my way upstairs, there's like this couch. I won't say how the couch is designed because then that may give away whose party and whose house this was. There was a couch, and on the couch, I saw a couple of guys really going at it, hard and heavy. And man, and I was like, oh, you know, my brain, I'm thinking, well, you know, the celebrity party, people do what they do. As I started moving upstairs, I passed them up, and I noticed that it wasn't just those two guys. It was more and more people just going at it. I was like, okay, it's time for me to roll. I'm going to grab my stuff and I'm going to get up out of here. I did not know that's how this went down. So was that shocking? Absolutely. Was I forced or coerced into anything? I was not. But why they felt that comfortable, I don't know. Maybe the invite list, they was like, yeah, all these people, I don't know.
How you feeling, sis?
I don't know. I really, I mean,
It's frustrating, isn't it?
it is because my only issue is like, were you defending yourself or like, thank you for saying that, but I'm very confused. It's like, were you defending yourself so that
People wouldn't assume,
or you setting the record straight before?
Oh, I see where you get.
You get what I mean?
Got you.
Because for you to literally start off and say, I've been to Diddy's parties, and then you want to get quiet. That I'm not gonna say no name. We're talking about
names.
Sean Diddy Combs here. Like, everything is public record now. Like, so I'm confusion by his testimony.
That was really interesting for me. I guess when I heard it this morning, I didn't think about it in terms of like quoting scripture, and that like that didn't even you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just kind of like went over my head, I guess. Not the scripture went over my head, but him.
No, I get what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, and having you like point that out, it's like it kind of looks like, well, Diddy didn't coerce me into doing anything.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, who are you? Are you
defending?
Are you defending yourself for being there?
Are you defending Diddy and saying, well, he didn't make me do anything like that?
Right. Are you? Yeah. It's like, well, I don't know what y'all talking about, but it wasn't me.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm confusion.
But yeah, that was wild. And for those who don't know, Lecrae is a gospel hip hop artist.
Yeah,
yes.
Something like that.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
This is exactly what this is from HuffPost. So producer Lil Rod, whose name is Rodney Jones, is accusing Diddy of operating a racketeering enterprise, groping him, forcing him to engage in sexual acts with sex workers, and lacing alcohol for the guests in his home, including underage girls. Quote of the lawsuit: throughout this time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones witnessed, experienced, and endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer on the Love album. So this is recent, because Love album just came out.
Yeah, like what?
Like a year ago, maybe?
Or so, yeah.
73-page complaint. Mr. Combs required...
73 pages?
73
That's probably why
pages.
we can't access it.
Literally.
Jeez.
Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to record him constantly. As a result, Mr. Jones has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio records of Mr. Combs, his staff, and his guests engaging in serious illegal activities. The lawsuit not only names Diddy as a defendant, but also his 30-year-old son, Justin Dior Combs, his chief of staff, Christina whoever, Universal Music Group CEO, the one that just took all the music off of TikTok. And former Motown Records CEO, Ethiopia, cannot pronounce her name. In the lawsuit, Lil Rod claims that Diddy forced him to work in the bathroom as Diddy showered, and that Diddy engaged in constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his, as in Lil Rod's, anus. Lil Rod also accused Diddy of drugging him in February 2023 when he woke up unclothed, disoriented, and in bed with Diddy and 2 sex workers. The lawsuit actually accuses Diddy's chief of staff of helping Diddy to groom Lil Rod into accepting a homosexual relationship. It added that Diddy tried to intimidate Lil Rod by showing off his guns. The lawsuit also claims that Diddy admitted to Lil Rod that he was responsible for the 1999 fatal shooting of a rapper named Shine.
Oh, shit.
So Lil Rod created a GoFundMe page to raise $50,000 for his legal fees. So he's like, look, I'm trying to get this dude up out of here. Then he literally said, he literally recorded Diddy like admitting to like stealing like his publishing from him. Yeah. This is on his Instagram page. Yeah.
When I tell you it's a wrap for the Diddler.
Yeah. You know what? Okay. All right. I was talking to my sister about this because I think I said this on the show maybe a couple of seasons ago. Mm-hmm. I've always been kind of leery of Diddy.
Oh.
Only because it always baffled me how everybody is gone and the last man standing is Diddy.
Yes.
From the start of Bad Boy till now. Mm-hmm. You get what I mean? I never understood how you had hit after hit. Mario Winans, Loon, G-Dep, Danity Kane, Day 26, Total, the list. Bad Boy was literally a bad fucking boy. Biggie, all of them. Like, and the only person still standing is Diddy. I know everybody talked about that girl Aubrey from Danity Kane.
Yeah, Aubrey O'Day.
I was never a Danity Kane girl. I never got it.
Whoa, buddy.
Yeah, I wasn't. I'm sorry. I wasn't a Danity Kane girl. I was a Day 26 girl. And I know I said this on the show. If I ever see Diddy, it's on site. Like, how dare you give us one album? How dare you? But maybe there was a reason.
It was a great one album, though.
Great. That's what I'm saying. You put out all these amazing albums. Then you had Diddy Dirty Money.
Yep.
That was great. Where are they? And then you try to just kind of refurbish your whole image. I mean, we supported you with Ciroc and all of your business endeavors. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I want to be Love. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is something is odd. Like, something is very odd. I don't know.
You know, I hate to say that I never really paid attention to Diddy in that sense. Like, you know, I hear, you know, we've been hearing about Diddy since forever. Because, you know, ever since with Biggie and everything like that. So he's always been a part of like my life in the sense of like, I know who he is,
Absolutely.
but like I've never paid attention to him like that. I mean, of course, we've had the conversation where we're like, you know, don't sign no contracts with Diddy because you ain't gonna be around. But in terms of like anything deeper than that, never even crossed my mind. So starting with Cassie and then now having a man come out and actually say this, like, it's over for that guy. Whatever they say that nigga did, he did that shit. He guilty as fuck. He did that. And he's sick. And here's my thing. You know what's pissed me off about this is because I feel like people are going to use this to try, like, you can be gay, but don't demonize that.
Right.
Don't demonize that, okay? Right. Diddy's sick in the sense of, like, he's sexually abusing people.
Right.
Okay?
He's a sexual predator.
He's a sexual predator. He's sick. He's extorting people. He's making them have sex with him. Like, he's doing all kinds of crazy, like, he's sick in that sense. But I don't want y'all to demonize him because he's into men. Niggas be into men all the time. Niggas be gay. Right. And that's okay.
Right. That's
fine.
not the bottom line.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I was like,
you know what's coming.
Oh, for sure it is.
You know it's coming.
For sure it is. Because unfortunately, like, the black community can be quite homophobic.
And this is the thing. I mean, this is not me. You know, Diddy's a sick person, but it would just be much better if you was just being yourself. If you like both, if you came out and, you know, was like, yeah, I'm bi, I'm into, you know, I like them all.
Right. We were like, okay, cool.
That's great. Like, long as the music stays the same. Nobody cares what you do behind closed doors. We don't care.
He could have been openly fucking men and still been making great music.
Exactly.
Everybody been like, oh, okay, you know.
Everybody does it.
You know, right.
Look at Lil Nas X. I mean, everybody does it.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I don't know about this. This is, and now the
but
fact
all
that,
this other shit is sick.
And your son is in it.
That's crazy.
Your son is listed in the lawsuit.
That's wild.
But I think one thing I will say about what Lecrae said, that I think probably everybody can more than likely attest to, is wanting acceptance. And I'm pretty sure once you get into that type of industry, to be like, oh, I mean, that's why the whole would you have dinner with Jay-Z or accept $1 million is a thing, because who wouldn't want somebody like Jay-Z to pour into them, especially if they're an aspiring artist.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're in that industry, of course it'd be like, ooh, wait, who wants to meet with me? Diddy, Jay-Z, J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody. So like once you get your seat at the table, it's like, oh shit,
yeah,
I'm in here.
Yeah.
So that was the one thing that Lecrae did say that I was like, I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Sure.
However, you see my shoulder. However, okay. Once you get your seat at the table, the seat ain't stuck. You can back out and go on about your business.
You sure can.
Okay, like, because I've been to Diddy's parties.
So he's been to several of them.
Right. If I went to one and I saw some fuck shit, oh, okay. I mean, I've been to college parties where I walked in, everything was vibing, everything was cool, and then something went left, and I'm like, you know what?
I'm out of here.
Think it's time for me to head on out.
Deuces.
Well, it's only 8:30. Yeah. I have a test in the morning.
Right.
It's Sunday, and I don't care.
Right.
I'm out of here. So, you know what I'm saying? But I do think that, excuse me, I do think that there is a line that people are willing to cross for acceptance, especially when you're in that type of world. And unfortunately, I think once you cross that line, I really don't think there's any coming back.
No.
You know, regardless of what he said, and, you know, you quote in scripture or anything, that don't mean, let me not say it don't mean anything. That just means that you're a believer. That's not going to stop you from being exposed.
Woo! Shit. Grand opening, grand closing.
You get what I mean?
Yes.
Like, you can be a believer, okay? But, you know, God forbid it did come out that he was involved with that, then what? What you going to say then? You already said you was at the parties.
Several of them.
I mean, you name dropping Diddy. I mean, you said T.I., Jamie Foxx.
Yep.
You named big people.
Yes.
Okay? I know Stevie J probably woke up this morning and was like, well, wait a minute. Hold on now. Why am I in it? So, I mean, I guess that male porn star, you know, he kind of was like...
That nigga don't look like Stevie J. So.
Yeah, I don't know who said it. Because apparently the Little Rod had a screenshot of it.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Sure.
I even wondered about Farnsworth Bentley.
He posted something on Instagram, but
He
like...
didn't.
Oh, that was fake?
No, because I went to his... Let me tell you something. Because I'm sick of people. Because I went to his page. I went to his profile, hit his story.
It wasn't none up there?
Nah, up there.
Unless he deleted it.
He could have, you're right. Because I saw something Nicki Minaj with her tour, and they were saying how in California, literally when you go
that was fake, yeah.
Because I was like, what?
Yeah, that was fake.
You saying Mr. Kenneth Petty, like you name droppers. I went to Live Nation to see if I was going to buy tickets. Girl,
fake.
Y'all just lying like shit. And they just eating it up. Like, yeah, you know, because California state law. Stop.
This is what, okay. That's a whole nother conversation for something else.
Stop.
We have to stop there.
Stop.
That's a whole nother thing. But yeah, it's completely a wrap for Diddy.
They
but,
said Trey Songz is next.
Good.
You know, but that kind of pisses me off because they've been trying to get. I mean, how many girls got to come forward saying they was raped by Trey Songz?
I mean, I'm telling you.
And half of it happened in Vegas. How many times? It's like 6. He got 6 lawsuits.
Good. I don't like him.
Somebody said he was raped. They raped her at a bowling alley. I mean, what the fuck?
Sick.
Why do you need somebody to expose it? They telling you what happened.
He's sick.
I'm just wondering how Young Miami is about to come out of this.
She not.
I
think she's a part of the sex trafficking scandal.
You think he's
absolutely. She's definitely doing them freak offs that Cassie used to do. I definitely think she is. Hell yes, I do.
Oh no.
I think she is.
I hope not. But I was thinking because I saw she put out some trash ass song the other day.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Where's JT?
Yeah. I mean, it makes you wonder why they've been separate.
Yeah.
Maybe JT was like, oh,
I'm not doing none of this weird shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
JT said, I get out of jail. You out here doing some weird shit with this
Right.
old nigga. I'm the fuck out of. We said we was city girls, okay?
Right. This
like
is not,
this ain't city.
Right.
She said, this is my bitch shit.
Giving very much suburbs.
Okay.
So, that with Diddy.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna end on a good note.
Yes.
Very, very good note.
Because we said this was going to be kind of a heavy episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
You want to talk about this white lady?
I got the video.
All right.
Here we go.
Heart of America. Meet Ruth Gottesman, a retired professor at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine. Since she joined the school in 1968, Gottesman, along with her late husband David, a successful Wall Street executive, established several major philanthropic projects. But her biggest gift yet was revealed today.
I'm happy to share with you that starting in August this year, the Albert Einstein College of Medicine will be tuition-free.
Oh, the goosebumps, her whopping $1 billion donation, one of the largest to an educational institute in this country, will cover the cost of tuition for every future student. It is important to note that the medical school's location, the Bronx, is one of the poorest counties in the country. The retired professor hopes her gift will provide opportunities for students who might have once thought medical school was out of reach because of the price tag. Ruth Gottesman, tonight's Heart of America. And as you can see, she stole my heart. Just what an amazing gift.
That is beautiful.
That's major, yo.
I love that.
So her husband was worth $3 billion. He passed away. Left the money to her for her to do whatever she wanted to do with
That's
it.
beautiful.
And she gave $1 billion.
Because I was kind of wondering. I was like, dang, y'all making bank like that to just give $1 billion?
I love it.
I wonder if that $1 billion, like how far that's going to stretch. Because I don't know how much tuition is at this school. But
Right.
like, I would think it would cover at least the next couple of years of students.
Yeah, said yeah.
At least 10 years or so.
Nigga, I'm about to apply.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm already a doctor.
Listen,
so you know what I'm saying?
I've been trying to get into esthetician, whatever.
You're going to be a dermatologist? Like, if you were to be a doctor, what would you be?
An ear doctor, audiologist, for sure.
Huh.
I want to see that wax, baby.
Okay. Like, every day?
Bust that ear open, baby. Bust it open. I want to see that wax.
Huh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. How about you?
I think I'd probably be a pediatrician.
You like kids?
Yeah, I think I'd be a pediatrician.
That's nice.
I feel like I have the personality because like grown people coming in there like, oh, my arm hurt. Like, what you want me to do about that?
See, this is why I don't want to be like a general physician. I would much rather have a specialty.
I feel you.
You know, so yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
I just know I couldn't be a foot doctor.
Oh, can't stand it. No.
Couldn't be a foot doctor. I probably could be a dermatologist. I probably could be a dermatologist.
Yeah.
I know I couldn't be a plastic surgeon. Absolutely not.
Oh, no.
Because people would come in there looking perfect. And they'd be like, oh, I want to get a bigger nose. Like, why? What's wrong with your nose?
Right.
Like, I'd be like, have you gone to therapy first?
Not you messing up your own bag.
Well, I think that should actually be a thing. Like, I really
They're
feel
not
like
doing that, girl. This is a capitalist society.
I know, but I feel like that should be a thing. Like, you coming to me talking about, oh, like, your nose is perfectly fine. You know, like, and then you're like, oh, I want to know. I'm like, why? What's wrong
And
with
even
you?
if you did, though, they would still find another doctor to go do it.
That's true.
So you might as well benefit and get that money.
See, that's why I like kids, because they come in there, half of them really do be sick, for real. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I don't know.
Bust that ear open, shawty. I want to see that wax.
I've never had my earwax removed.
I had to go to the ear doctor a couple weeks ago because I had been messing around in my own ears. When I say I am fascinated about the ear, and so anyway, I had pushed some wax down a little bit too far, and so I had to go to the ear doctor. And she moved 2 little mini balls out of both ears. Yep, they were awesome. I was gonna take a picture and send it to y'all, but then I was like, that might be too much.
I don't think so, because I mean, we watch earwax removal videos all the time.
We
like,
do.
I follow doctors.
I didn't know if the relationship would be strained after I did that or not.
I would have been like, I was like, that's yours?
I was like, Maybe not too much here.
That came out of you? You know me and Simone would have fascinated. Like, which doctor? Where's
I ain't wanna step over the boundary. You know what I'm saying?
you still have the picture?
No, I didn't even take a picture of it because I was like,
Oh,
I know.
man.
I should
you should have
have.
kept that for your own archives.
I should have.
Damn.
I should have.
You'll have to go back eventually. One of these days.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Child. Oh, my goodness.
Anyway, that's it for this week's show.
That's a lot.
That was a lot. Do we have any reviews?
I was just about to look. Yeah, Glow. I'm sorry. I just had to do that.
Oh.
You know the Glorilla's new song? Yeah, Glow.
Let's say I do.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's say
yeah,
I
Glow.
do.
Where is the podcast thing on my phone? Like, what's going on here?
Here I go.
Oh, jeez Louise.
You got it?
Yeah. See, that's what happens when you download apps.
We ain't got no reviews.
No, I just couldn't find the shit. Let's see. No.
Wow, look at that.
But wait, let's check on YouTube because I feel like what's happening is a lot of people are leaving us reviews on YouTube.
No, I'm on YouTube.
Damn. So
No.
On last week's episode?
Nope.
Are you sure?
There are comments, but no one left reviews.
No one left a review.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Anna never hit us back up. So I don't know.
Damn, we made her mad?
I don't know.
I hope not.
Let me see. Let me check a request, make sure. Yeah, Anna ain't in there.
Dang.
So Anna, where you at?
What's up?
Yeah.
Aww.
Y'all, the rest of y'all are whack for not leaving reviews per usual.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, they should be sorry.
I don't know. You know what? I went going through my pictures. Like, this is from October 30th. So this was after we.
Okay.
Okay. So this is from Capricornified.
Okay.
She said, not sure why my Facebook review isn't showing. Spotify won't let me type a review, and I don't know how to rate on YouTube, so I'll post it here. Thanks, ladies, for all you do. I love listening to you during my self-care walks. You keep me informed about politics and make me laugh at the same time. I appreciate that you hold everybody accountable, whether it's about a politician being shady or Drake being sassy. The season is ending, but hopefully you'll bless us with a review episode for the Renaissance movie, Beehive. Hashtag Beehive, hashtag season 8 will be great.
Oh, yes, you be listening to us on your hot girl walk. I know that's right.
I love that.
That is so cute.
I love that.
I love that.
Capricornified. That's a tongue twister for real.
Yeah.
But I love it.
I love it. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much.
And leaving a review.
Yeah. So y'all can do the same.
Y'all can really do the same.
It's not really hard.
Anyway, be sure to follow us on all of our social medias. We're on Twitter at HeadWrapPod. We're on Instagram at Headwraps and Lipsticks. Check out our Facebook page, Headwraps and Lipsticks, the podcast. Go to our website, www.headwrapsandlipsticks.com, where we have crew neck t-shirts that are for sale but not on sale. Our Cash App is $HeadWrapPod. We need to check that.
We do. We say that every episode.
We do.
Ciao.
We do. And then lastly, follow us on all of the, we're everywhere. We're on, what?
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Sis, what's your joke?
You're not going to get it this time.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What do you call a sleepy relative?
A snooze fest?
No.
What?
A napkin.
I want to tell you something.
Get it? Like a napkin,
like
nest of kin?
Yes.
You get it?
I feel like because you do corny jokes all the time, there's a new coworker at my job.
Oh.
And I'm thinking about finding a new job simply because he tells corny jokes all the time.
What did he tell you?
I'm going to tell you this. Okay?
Give me one.
He said to me today, he was like, he said from like Kensington or something like that. He said, so at first I'm believing this man, okay? He's telling me the joke, right? He's like, there's a man going around killing people on trains up in Kensington. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, and they finally caught him. And he said when they finally caught him, he asked, they was like, why are you doing this? He said, this is my locomotive. Oh, the man was Hispanic, by the way. I hate it. And I'm looking for a new job. So are you niggas hiring?
Yo, he's probably making you laugh throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to pass the hour.
I told him to have a seat after that.
Damn.
Yeah, I said sit down.
You know what? Tell him to send the jokes to me.
Absolutely not.
Tell him to send them to me,
I won't.
and I'll tell him.
I'm looking for a new job.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Bye.